Happy time zone, folks! Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of The Mind and the Martyr. Hope you're doing all right, keeping well, keeping hydrated. If you don't, make sure you've got a drink here and ready to go. We are super excited to get back into what is going to be a very interesting fight, I think. There's been a little bit of chatter in the private Discord of just, oh yeah, this thing is going to get wrecked. We are going to make this thing get beaten up, we're going to make it cry, and we'll see whether that actually happens and whether the party can save the area around them as well.
Oh wait, we have to save the area around us? No, I thought we were just killing the dude.
I mean, it's more if you can.
Listen, we need to at least keep that one tree that we pulled the psychic demon from upright, because then what's the point?
Isaac? Right? Is his name Isaac?
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Isaac the tree.
Isaac's my buddy. I told him we got this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into the little spiel at the beginning here. Just to say that we have a few sponsors which help keep the channel running. We have the wonderful folks at So Nerdware who deal with a whole bunch of TTRPG related paraphernalia. There we go. I say it right all the time, and then of course this time I don't. Yeah, they're fantastic. LGBT plus owned company. Go ahead and check them out. They also support a whole bunch of other streamers, so you never know. If you go and check them out, you might actually find some merch from some other folks that you watch there. Go ahead and throw the code FRIENDS in for 10% off your order. We also are affiliated with the wonderful Grinding Coffee, a black LGBT plus owned coffee company. They are in the middle of grabbing a whole bunch of new affiliates and partners, actually, which is super exciting. And there are a whole bunch of your favorites who are involved in the Grinding Coffee family. Go ahead and type in FWRD for some money off your order. They do a bunch of fantastic different flavors and blends, and they also do sample packs just in case you're not entirely sure what flavor you want to go for. On top of that, we are also part of the wonderful Emporium team. Emporium are a fantastic, currently we're scheming a few different things. They are a diverse group of variety streamers that we are so excited to be a part of. They just accepted a whole bunch of new members who are all incredible, and we are planning a pretty cool little one-shot that I can't talk about, but it's going to be super exciting. We're going to have a bit of a TTRPG crossover. Super hype. Go ahead and look down at the Emporium team down there and check everybody out. They are fantastic. With that being said, we can jump into the game. Who wants to go ahead and let the folks watching know what happened during the last episode?
Oh, I believe since I was the one with the voice in the head, it should be me. So we went to Ansaya, and we were invited to the royal ball. We had quite a good time. We spoke with Queen Alawin, and she gave us a mission to go and investigate and try to fix the problem. There was like a draining of energy in the forests. So we've been tasked with dealing with that. To assist us with that, we met the wonderful Nawi, a awesome ranger. She's a total badass. And she can actually speak in your head. She can do the psychic things, which I don't really like, especially because there's currently something in my head speaking to other people, but not to me. I don't like it. We met, what was its name? It was the tree person. Sinilus. There it is. And they were in the middle of containing the energy into a tree that I believe that they called Isaac. So there's Sinilus and then Isaac, and there was a psychic demon trapped inside of the tree. So we were going to draw it out and kick the evan living shite out of it. And that was basically the plan. Yeah, voice in my head, I guess, is going to help us. I don't know. It still terrifies me. It told us that I was supposed to kill Eridan's sister, and I didn't because it's Eridan's fucking sister. So, yeah. I think that's it.
And that is pretty much where we left off with Sinalus channeling and throwing this creature into the magic circle that our spellcasters had prepared. Just as a reminder of what this thing looks like, it's a rather horrific amalgamation of this kind of drained nature bark that you've seen around you, covering across sections of its body, just not quite dead, but lifeless, if that makes any kind of sense. It's all empty and grey, and there's very clearly no kind of energy to the actual plant sections of this creature. There's this kind of greyish purple pulsing energy that seems to wreathe sections of its body, and sections of it almost appear to be kind of like this leathery skin holding it all together. The creature itself has this almost kind of crown of bark and psychic energy coming out of the back of it, and doesn't really seem to have eyes per se. They're more just kind of like empty hollows, and its mouth, if it had one, is covered almost by this almost deliberately placed piece of this grey bark that seems to cover across it. It immediately will take some Cloud of Daggers damage.
It took 4 points.
Yes.
Because I rolled terribly. Terribly.
It was very unlucky. It immediately is cut across by this enchanted Cloud of Daggers. You see, as it begins to cut through, the sections that are covered with this leathery skin, let's say, begin to bleed this viscous purple almost liquid. The barkish sections just seem to chip away as it's been struck by these things. It hisses and begins to... Undulate is a horrible, horrible word. That's the only thing I can really use to describe this currently. It's a horrible moving of this almost supernaturally deep voice that I don't think any of you speak. It is speaking in deep speech.
Nope, don't have that one.
Not I.
It seems to be frustrated and aggressive and unstable as its body almost seems to slightly contort and jitter. Its face quickly dashes between all of you, almost awaiting and trying to anticipate your next move. As Sinalus kind of looks over, a little exhausted, and just... Well... That sufficed you one.
As everyone looks over the Sinalus talking, Naui does a battle cry and runs at this thing to stab it with her spear. Assuming
Okay.
that was still the plan, was beat it up while it's in the circle.
I
You're
think
such a
that's
badass.
generally
No.
the plan.
I don't think anyone is talking. It's saying stuff. Sinellis is saying stuff, and we're all attacking it.
Okay, I'll let you get in.
Sinalus starts talking all of us.
All right. Okay. You can get in a preemptive strike, and then I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, I should use a different die for Bearded.
Wow. Wow, just wow. Glad I got that out of the way now.
Bad roll for initiative.
Almost rolled a 3 for initiative.
Yes!
Woo.
Aridin just rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Erden took my roll. She really wants to kill this thing.
Okay.
So 22.
Did you say Aridin rolled a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was like, oh, I need to use my stone dice that has the moon as the natural 20.
Yes.
I was like, this is going to be Aridin's die, and I rolled it.
And it was a natural 20. Now you need to send those to Cole so Cole could actually maybe roll good initiatives.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Will it, like, 25 hit it?
Yeah.
Cool.
If it doesn't, we're leaving.
So I stab into
crap.
it with my spear that's still glowing because I cast magic weapon on it. So it is a magic weapon right now. And I will mark it as my favored foe as I hit it. So I will roll an extra d6 of damage. And I got 6 plus 4 is 11.
6 plus 4 is 10.
6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 4 is 14.
14 points of damage. All
14
right.
piercing damage. You can wield spears two-handed? Okay, I'll do that next time.
You can, yeah.
Didn't realize it was versatile. That's fine. 14 piercing damage, and I'll roll my initiative.
All right, absolutely. Okay, so looking at the old
Booty.
these here, Dawan or Jacaranda, who would like to go first, considering you both got the same?
Oh, old Aridin.
You've forgotten about Aridin.
I've already
When
put
did-
Aridin on there.
Aridin
Has 22 though.
has 22.
That's why Aridin is... That's why they're first on the... Oh, this doesn't work. That's why they're first on the initiative.
Okay,
Oh,
you're organizing. You're not saying
see,
who's
I
going
see.
right now.
Yeah, no.
I thought,
Okay.
I thought you were like, okay, it's your turn. I'm like, what?
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 I can go second. I mean, what's your dex?
14.
I'm plus 3
2.
dex. You probably have higher dex.
No, you have higher dex.
You're a cat person. I'm a slow friggin' tree. Okay, I'll go
what
first.
to tell
Okay,
you, I have
so
plus 2 for dexterity.
Dawan.
I'm carrying a giant medicine bag with me.
And then
It's very unwieldy.
She's got to pull out her maul.
Maui, what did you get?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Nawi
no.
and Mara. All
Yes,
right.
and Mara.
With that beautiful 6 initiative.
That is the lowest I can go.
Impressive.
Oh,
Did you roll a 1?
I will hold a 1.
Oh.
But you're 30 within range
Yeah.
of me.
Bountiful luck. You can reroll it if you'd like.
Yeah.
I will hold on just a moment.
Does that happen like whenever we roll ones?
It
If you're
is
close
a
to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's better.
Okay.
there is
That's
a
way
limit to
better.
it.
I was
That's a
gonna
big
say,
difference.
I don't think so.
like,
I
can you just
will double check, but
hug
that's-
Orin and just spam bountiful luck?
Right?
Oh, a 19 is far better. Yes.
Yes.
Me and Luke will bring up the rear.
Alrighty. Okay. So, now he goes ahead and strikes in the spear through the magical circle itself. As it connects, you watch as the kind of that small blast of magic from your magical weapon kind of almost tears open and exaggerates the wound you've already made in it. It kind of retches back, and again, this horrible guttural kind of spitting at you almost as it's raging towards you. Aridin, you are up. Jacaranda, that would bring you on deck.
All right. So Aridin will I've been instructed to witch bolt for days, so
right. That's what that was. Eridan's going to witch bolt.
Yes. Which how does it work? Where is it? Where is it? Sorry. There it is. Okay. So with that good wizard die, not a great roll though. 15 to hit.
A 15 will just hit.
Right, so then it's a D12.
Mm-hmm.
Plus. Oh, and it's just a D12. It's not plus anything. Okay, well, womp womp 4.
4 points damage. All right. Yeah, Witch Bolt's not too powerful, but as long as you hit the first one, it's guaranteed damage. That's why it's strong.
Okay, and
because you can just automatically deal the damage next turn as well.
Okay, and then she gets 2 attacks on her action. So going to run and attack with the scimitar too.
The Witch Bolt will be the action.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So you have
because it's 2 melee attacks.
Yeah,
you're right.
2 melee attacks take up 1 action, and a spell takes up 1 action.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't do casters.
As a bonus action, you can Blade Sing if you wish. Which will get you your defense boost.
Let's go ahead and do that. So she's gonna sing her song, which I'll put in the post later. And I'm gonna read up on that spell and see what it does, and then that'll be Eridan's turn.
Fantastic. Alrighty, Jacaranda with Dewan on deck.
So, prior to this, I already cast Spirit Guardians, but from where I am, which is quite a distance away, I will cast Chill Touch.
All right, go ahead and make that attack.
Probably does not hit. That is a 14.
14 will just miss, unfortunately.
Good thing it's a cantrip. All right, next.
Is that it?
That was all I actually I have a bonus action. I do have a bonus action. I'll do a bonus action. My spiritual weapon?
Sure thing.
So I haven't used my spiritual weapon yet, so I will describe it.
Oh, please do.
It's a long sword, like a long pointed sword, but it looks like a hummingbird. Like the handle looks like a hummingbird, so it has like the wings and like very, very gorgeous sword comes out, and I will strike with the sword at.
I love it.
The demon, the psychic demon.
The psychic thing.
So that is 18.
18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Where's my damage? 1d8. Where are all of my d8s?
It's always a good feeling when it's like, I need more dice.
That is 8.
All right.
Necrotic damage.
8 necrotic. Love it. Alrighty. Awesome. And that's your bonus action. Cool. Which will bring us to Dewan.
It's my turn. I'm gonna go all out first turn and cast Spirit Guardians.
All right, so we got 2 sets of spirit guardians at the moment. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, well, you know, you keep saying that you're so excited about this fight, and that fills me with dread.
It'll only hurt if he gets near you.
So...
And Mara's gonna hope he does not get near the clerics.
That's
her plan. That's her plan.
I feel like, Ray, I've got like... I want to put as many shields around me as possible. This is a major fight. I've had bad luck in major fights. Good vibes here. Good vibes. But yes, I use Spirit Guardians, and my Spirit Guardians manifest, and they are, because I don't like this choice of angelic, or I guess fae. Anyways, they're animals. They're just like celestial woodland animals that
All right.
approach us.
Sounds good to me. You are almost Snow White-esque as you begin to cast this spell, almost out of the ether, pulled out of this drained land. These small woodland creatures begin to create and manifest and run, skitter, and fly towards and around you, creating this small spiral of protection.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. I have bonus action. I don't have anything I want to use that bonus action, so I will just wait.
All right. Awesome. All right. It is going to be its turn before Mara's. It is going to go ahead and, seeing the damage it's already taken, I'm pretty sure it has to make a couple of saves here.
Yeah, 2 wisdom saving throws.
And I don't
2
think
wisdom
it makes
saves.
a save for mine. It just takes the damage because it's still standing in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So I will tell you that damage.
Please do. We'll do the 1 Spirit Guardians first. That is is it a wisdom save? 4 Spirit Guardians?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
That makes that one a 20, dirty,
Oof.
for Dwan. And the one for Jack is going to be a 22.
Rude. Rude.
Yeah, wisdom.
It took 9 points of cutting daggers.
Nice.
Or cloud of daggers. Not cutting daggers, but same thing.
I mean, they cut, so...
They cut.
We cut 9 times specifically.
Yeah. All right, so it saves on both of the Spirit Guardians.
He's just in a little wood chipper right now.
It goes ahead and just surveys all of you as more of this noise comes out of it. As it reaches out its hands, hand singular, its bark-like appendages suddenly become these kind of unnerving long claws as it suddenly throws its hand to the side, and Sinless is going to have to make a wisdom save. Clerics, I still need you to roll your damage, because you still take half on Spirit Guardians. Even if you succeed, so you're still going to hurt it.
Can magic go out of the circle? Can it cast out of the magic circle?
I mean, if it was a fiend, then the circle would care. But it's not a fiend.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I thought I asked if
Unfortunately.
demons were fiends, and I was told yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a demon.
He
not
called
a
it
real
a demon.
demon.
He
We don't
called it a
actually know
demon.
what it is.
Someone's
I can
voice
call
in
you
their
a
head
demon.
lied.
I can call myself an angel. That doesn't mean I'm
Yeah.
celestial.
I think you are.
Well, I could be, but
Girl, you're my angel.
3 points. 3 points of what is a neutral damage?
Spirit Guardians is either radiant
It's either
or
radiant
necrotic.
if you are if you're good or neutral.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's radiant. Set 3 points of radiant damage.
3. Oh, did you already have it?
Yeah.
Assumedly. Oh, okay. So
Reroll.
I just added it together. It's 15, so 7.
7. All right, so 10 points total. As the Spirit Guardians do still deal a bit of damage. Didn't roll Sinless's save. Sinless fails. All right.
Now we have
You
to fight
watch as this kind of similar purplish energy that you saw Sinulus contending with when you first met him suddenly begins to manifest in this thing's hand as it's pointing against. You watch as these almost tendril-like bolts of energy wrap around one of Sinulus's arms and then the other, and you watch as the kind of now almost liquefied energy begins to slowly encompass and cover across Sinulus as he begins to struggle and is affected by Dominate Monster.
Oh yeah, there we go.
God damn it, Sinus.
As its bonus action,
Does the wizard have counterspell?
it is going to walk over to, because it can leave the ring.
it's gonna get attacks opportunity
Wait, did
by
you roll
Nawi
initiative?
and Aridin.
Did you roll initiative for Valentine?
Yeah,
Okay. I must have missed it.
I just didn't say it because
The
it's
wizard
on
does
the
not
list.
have counterspell.
Yeah, so as it, I say walk, as it floats away, Rochelle is correct. Naui and Aridin will get attacks of opportunity.
Oh yeah, I'll bite.
All right.
And if Aridin has Warcaster, she can use a
That's
spell.
that's what I was just looking up.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Oh,
Yeah.
does not.
That first one was a 1.
Well, then she gets to hit with her sword.
One,
Right.
you need I got a 16.
16 just hits.
I will, now that I know, hit it two-handed with my spear. And it's still my favorite foe. So, an extra d6. Well, thanks, extra d6, for being a 1. 8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12 piercing damage.
12 points of piercing. All right.
And doesn't he have to make a concentration check for the Dominate monster?
Yep, he does indeed. I just need to write down his HP before I do that. That's going to be a 21, so
Yeah, it's fine.
he will be fine.
There's no way.
And then Aridin's attack will be with the double-bladed scimitar.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not going to hit.
Nope. As, flanking.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, we're flanking? Then I didn't mean to manage.
That is worse.
Then I didn't mean to manage.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's cool. So as Nawi goes ahead and strikes it again, just straight through the chest as it's moving, the actual jolt of the movement means that Aridin's strike just kind of skims across it. It's going to head towards Jacaranda.
Oh, no.
And as it gets closer, Jacaranda, you feel uncomfortable. There is
Uncomfortable. I like that.
there is a deep, encroaching weirdness about this creature. And it just makes you feel incredibly strange and uncomfortable and off-put. It's going to go ahead and try and...
It can cast a spell and do more stuff?
It can. It fails, though.
Oh my god.
Good, that's right.
Yeah, what?
What?
As it goes ahead and reaches forwards towards you, you go ahead and kind of just bat the arm away as the magic that was building dissipates and kind of just fires outwards. That is its turn, which will bring us to Mara.
Mara's gonna go and smack the hell out of it. With her
Understandable.
You leave my jacaranda alone.
Understandable.
Let's see. I'm going to use an advantage. First one of the game. And that was even worse. Okay, so I missed with my first attack.
Okay.
And with my second attack, 22.
A 22 will hit.
And I'm also going to use a flourish. Hold on. A defensive flourish. So the weapon attack hits, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration and deal extra damage equal to the number you roll on the die. You also add the number to your AC until the start of your next turn. So the regular damage was 10. Let me roll the D8 for the extra damage. Another 2 points of damage, and I add 2 to my AC. So my AC is 20 till the start of my next turn.
All right.
Which hopefully means when he hits me, I will still, well, I guess I let the Cloud of Daggers drop since he's not over there anymore.
Absolutely. All right. A solid strike. As the first one misses, you kind of turn and just slash across its midsection with a second. There is a slight spatter of this purplish fluid, as well as splinters and chunks of wood that scatter across. Which brings us to Sinilus with Orin on deck. Sinilus is going to go ahead and march his way over to Nawi. And as he's marching over, you notice his movements erratic and almost painful, as if he's trying his best to resist what's going on. And he looks down towards you, Nawi. As he pulls his hand upwards from his back, he clutches onto a chunk of wood and pulls this large, sharpened wooden sword, as it were, off of his back, and kind of under his breath just says, "Please, miss," as his body begins to react, and he slices across.
Does he get a chance to save?
Against Dominate Monster? At the end, yes.
Of his
Not at the
turn.
beginning. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes, I'm a ranger.
Cool.
I'm wearing leaves. What are you talking about?
I have on like a tight fitted shirt.
All right. That's going to be 18 points of slashing damage. And the second attack whiffs with a horrendous roll, 3 on the die. So as its first one comes down, it slices across you. As it pulls up the second, you watch as that struggle suddenly emerges just a little bit stronger as the sword plummets into the ground right at your feet. The attack missing. All right, Oren, with Naui actually on deck.
All right.
Guess who else rolled a 1? It was Valentine.
Oh no. Okay, so I did look up the Bountiful Luck thing. I get to use my reaction to let them re-roll. So I don't have a reaction this time because I spent it. If that happens. And my fists are magical, if that matters.
Oh, and I have a question. Did he have to make another con save when I hit him?
Yep, and he passed with a 23.
Did Sinless try and leave Dominate Monster? We just want our tree friend back.
Haha! That one I didn't actually do.
Aha!
Second. This is why I need the cast reminding me, because I do forget.
It's DMs are running like.
And
the
Hairball,
entire
thanks for
world.
the sub.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I super, super appreciate it.
I always like reminders when I'm a DM because you're running so much stuff.
Fails. So they're still under the effect.
Come on, Sinless!
Dang it. All right. Okay, so because Mara is there, does that mean my attacks have advantage because of flanking, or that's not a monk thing?
Flanking is
everybody
just
thing.
if someone is around. It's like an optional rule that some people add.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It has to be in melee range. You can't flank at range. It has to be in.
Right.
Did Sinalus still have the Mind Fortress thing? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Because I had to drop it to do the clouded daggers.
Cloud. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So just is Mara close enough, or is she or is she out of range?
No, Mara's very close.
Yeah, Mara
Okay.
is up in its face. Yeah, Mara is
Sweet.
definitely
All
close
right.
enough.
So Oren's gonna run up to. As he's running, he's gonna cast Saya's Touch on his quarterstaff as a bonus action. So his staff will ignite into flame, and then he will run up and take his 2 melee attacks, which will be definitely not a hit. Oh my god, those are terrible.
Yay, that's what we
Yeah.
like to hear.
10 and 11.
Do you have any advantages?
I do have one,
You
so
have
I
one
will
advantage.
reroll this one. Fuck, that is not good either. 13 doesn't
Put those
hit.
dice in dice jail.
Yep. Goodbye, red guys. And because I did my bonus action for my thing, I don't have any key points. That's my turn.
It's because
Alright.
Mara and Oren haven't got to practice our moves together enough
Right.
yet. So.
There's not
You're
been
not
enough anime
fully
training
synchronized.
montages.
Mm-mm.
Not enough anime training montages. Needs to happen. All right, which brings us to Noah. That'll mean Eridan is back on deck.
Yeah. Now he
Did
looks up at
Valentine
Senna.
do anything?
Valentine is lost.
So,
So-
they're not in the fight.
Now
Oh.
we, Valentine, Eridan. But I'm warning, I'm warning Adam because obviously
Okay.
I'm controlling.
I thought you
Valentine.
said lost. I thought you said she
No,
was lost.
no,
I was
That's
like,
what I heard too.
I also heard lost.
Well,
I'm just
I did
British,
not.
okay?
Yeah.
I know.
I heard last. I heard it.
Last. I'm just British. It's not last. It's last.
Now he looks up at Sinalus and she's like, nothing too funny now. And she's gonna run over to the demon. And as she's running over, she's gonna whistle for Lupa and jump on Lupa.
it's Princess Mononoke.
And I am how
Hell
big
yeah.
how big is this thing? What size would you say it
Thing.
is?
It is a very tall human. You're probably looking at about 7-8 foot.
So is it a smaller size than my wolf, you'd say?
Absolutely.
Then I will have advantage on these attacks.
Absolutely.
Because I have mounted combatant. So I'll swing for my attacks, and then I'll swing for Lupa's attacks.
God, I love mounted combatants so much. It's so good.
First one is under 10, so that probably misses. Oh wait, I have advantage.
I was going to
Never
say
mind.
all of your attacks will have advantage because
Never mind.
it is
That's like a
definitely
20.
flanked.
That's a 25.
All right, hit me with that damage.
Ooh. 14 piercing on the first one.
14. All right.
How do you handle natural 20s at this table for attacks? Do I just roll double damage?
So 1. Woo! Natural 20.
Yeah, sorry. I got a natural 20. I tried to be
Uh,
cool, you know. I was like, oh, you know, what do I do for a natural 20?
So how do you do this? Do everything as normal and double your end result. So after all your modifiers.
Okay.
Big damage.
After modifiers?
Yes. Crits are relatively rare. So when you do get a crit, it should be something that is, exciting. It kind of sucks when you roll 2 1s on the dice and then double that. So adding your modifiers, it means that even a bad crit is still a lot of damage.
I rolled 11, so 22 piercing.
Awesome.
And then Lupa is going to start digging in. Will Lupa have advantage because friends are here? Cool.
You can call it flanking or you can call it pack tactics, but either way, definitely would.
13 plus 2 is 15 plus my proficiency. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
And then what's Lupa's 78 plus my... Okay. $10 slashing. And then I will expend my bonus action to give Lupa a second attack. The new ranger's so cool, y'all.
You mean it's what it should have been since the beginning?
Yes. They fixed it. 13 plus stuff is enough to hit?
Plus your modifiers, absolutely.
Okay. D8. Whoa, max damage. So
Hell yeah.
13 more slashing damage from Lupa as we
13 more
rush
slashing.
over and just start full on like feral wolf girls together ripping this thing apart.
This thing is not looking good already, as y'all have just together, this kind of combined assault has torn through whatever.
You should have never went
defenses
after
it had.
Jacaranda. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, wrong tree, bud. You better go find someone else. I think I've done enough here.
Did he make his save? Or, yeah, his con save?
Yeah, he has. I need a lot of con saves, please.
He has a lot of con saves. Yes, that is very true. First dice is a natural 1, it drops.
Yay.
I've done enough here.
Egon! Why not just add on to what's going on here? Valentine's going to go ahead and get in max range and is going to cast Shatter. Because that's what we do as a Tempest cleric.
Isn't that an area of effect? Isn't that a ring?
Wait.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, it's a
Wait.
5-foot cube. It could just do.
Yeah,
they could just do like its head, right?
It's tall, so she's just aiming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
If
I'm
it's
not
like-
gonna shatter everyone.
Listen, you say that.
Ray's
do you know
like-
how
Ray's
many
like, you
times
guys are
Cole
killing
has
my demon
accidentally
too
shattered
fast.
us?
Ray, you're killing this demon way too fast. Shatter for everybody. Slow down, kids. I spent a long time making this monster.
And with a 2 on the die, it will fail its con save. Valentine will go ahead and channel Divinity in order to make that max damage.
Max damage.
Mhm.
And it blows up. Lots of splinters everywhere.
So that'll be 8, 16.
That's right. Keep counting.
Wait, hang on. Where's the thingy? There it is. 8, 16. a lot. A lot of damage. That is indeed a lot of damage. Right. So Valentine has dealt 32 points of damage. As this shatter spell around this thing, it is surviving. It is held on, but barely.
So, could you make a strength saving throw for me?
Okay, yeah, strength. All right, cool.
I forgot we moved to hit it.
That's a 5.
It's prone now.
Okay.
All right.
So it is prone on the ground.
So this fight is going to last 1.5 turns.
I'll say that the shatter still goes through, because I've already done the damage calculation.
Yeah.
So I will say the shatter still goes through, even though it's prone, and none of y'all will have to take the hit, because that's just mean. Yeah, it's just mean. Okay.
It's because we heard the lightning and we stepped back.
Yeah, we ran. Indeed.
You know what you tell now? You're like, she does this a lot. She's gonna forget you're there. Just move.
Which will bring us to Eridan.
All right. Eridan is going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Ooh.
You're not just gonna
new
keep
one.
up the witch bolt and just hit it with that?
Oh crap! That's right.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
right,
but
that's-
Tasha's Mind Whip is a cool spell.
It is a cool spell, but
you know what,
Eridan
you're right, you're
usually
right, that
does
is-
the witches.
This is
well, Tasha's the Mind Whip isn't a concentration spell, so wouldn't both technically?
If you use, I think the Witch Bolt text is if you use your action to do anything else, it stops.
Oh crap!
I think it's like you can use your action to keep it up, or it's done. I could be wrong. I've not Witch Bolted in quite some time. Back in my day.
The spell ends
Back
if you
in
use
my
your action
day.
to do anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have the Witch Bolt up, so yeah. Then
Yeah,
I should
it auto hits. You just roll the damage.
Yep.
just do it. All right. Sweet.
Just do it.
Just do it. Come on.
12.
No. And it's not a plus. Okay, so I think it was the same 4. Another 4 thunder damage.
4 thunder damage is better than no thunder damage.
It's
It
true.
is.
And I think that is gonna have to be Eridan's turn because I'm not super familiar. Yeah.
Unless there's like a bonus action spell you can cast, because you haven't cast the spell this turn, technically, you just kept
Right.
one up. But I don't,
Yeah,
wizards don't have a lot of
no.
bonus action spells.
And she's not close in range, so it's fine. No, she's good.
Right?
You look like you're talking, Ray, but we can't hear you.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're muted. Now you're
Which
not.
brings us to Jacaranda in that case.
Okay.
That's the look of someone who's like, right, I know exactly what I'm doing.
So it looks fairly hurt.
It's pretty bad at this point, yeah.
It is on the ground,
Okay.
so any ranged attacks will have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. I guess I should just smack it then.
You'd have an advantage because a bunch of us are standing around it.
We're just
And it's
dog
prone.
And it's prone.
piling on.
And it came after me, so it
Right.
should be like right next to me. So I don't even know what my weapon is. I never use weapons. A mace. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Jacarana's like,
I like just
What you made
imagine
me
there's a
do?
root that just comes out and beats them.
yeah, it's like in her arm, so it like unwraps, but then wraps back around. So that is what's my attack bonus? I don't know anything.
I think
It's
it'd be your
plus
strength.
Yeah, strength plus
Strength.
proficiency.
No.
Oh my gosh,
think
I'm
it is
so
fair.
weak. Okay, well, it's still a 15.
A 15 will just hit.
So then it's a d6. Oh, now I have to get a d6 out. Where's all my things?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
5.
5 points of damage.
Oh, plus 1, so 6.
6 points of damage. All right. How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Yes.
Leave the natural world alone and bonk it.
Like whack-a-mole. Whack a demon.
Yeah.
With a thunk and the cracking of bark, the energy around this thing screams and roars before dissipating and vanishing around it. You see this kind of liquidish purple fluid begin to slowly sink into the ground around it. It almost seems like the screams are echoing around the area as it fades briefly before you stand victorious and, rather poetically, as it's Jacaranda, looking now upon this creature. It is a twisted amalgamation of some kind of biological matter forcefully mixed with what you would guess looks a lot like you.
That's what I was worried about.
It looks very enchimic in nature.
This is bad news.
Is that Jacaranda saying that or Melissa?
Both.
Maui and Lupa are both just like painting and growling.
Dawan's gonna slowly and calmly walk over to the creature and just say, I thought that would be a lot harder.
I want to try to, I don't know what I would have to do, but just try to see if I can figure out what happened or why it looks like this.
Go ahead and roll either Arcana or Nature, I think, is probably going to be the most accurate here.
Mara's gonna walk over to Isaac and pat him. See, I told you we got this.
Nothing. I got, so it would be 11.
Okay. As you're looking across its body, you can see where it's almost as if the leathery texture is starting to take over the natural enchimic body of whatever this creature was. The only thing that really stands out to you is the fact that the long kind of crown behind it seems to be overly exaggerated. Now that it is deceased, sections of the crown have just kind of vanished as the energy has now completely dissipated from it, almost as if it's kind of a lightning rod of sorts. That and the fact that it seems to have been deliberately gagged with this kind of bark. As you're looking a bit closer, you can see how this plank has actually been fused onto its face. This isn't a natural occurrence. It's deliberate.
Sinilus, can you hear the other guardians now?
Sinless kind of is still kind of shaking off what happened. Immediately, as his regular self comes back to him, they immediately kind of reach a long, gnarled hand down and are going to very quickly pump 20 points of healing into Naui, feeling awful about what they just did. Just, I don't know what came over me. Apologies.
when he touches me, me and Lupa turn and snap like we're gonna bite him.
I can wait. I can wait. I just. All right, very well.
Those two are very shifty right now.
Mm-hmm. It's going to take a moment for me to be able to reach out now that thing is gone. Give me just a moment. And he'll slowly trudge his way over to Isaac and place both hands against the tree.
While Cineless is doing that, can I just pull out the cone real quick and just kind of like compare it to the creature? Does it look like that same kind of like amalgamation of like the different materials? Does it look like it's made of the same?
You pull out the artifact and kind of hold it up as you're looking over this creature. There is certainly an eerie resemblance.
Well, that's disturbing.
I don't like that you're holding that out in the open.
Well, I'll put it back, but for those of you who weren't around, that is what the voice came from. Jotra and I were doing a wee bit of an experiment, and I guess something jumped into me head from it.
Naui gets off Lupa, and they both kind of like stalk over to this body everyone's around. And Naui like rips that emerald dragon mask she was wearing off, and she's like huffing and panting a lot. And she's so this thing is like you, and points at Jacaranda.
Yes, it looks like it was at one point like me. I don't know what caused it to change into whatever it became.
And you mentioned, Ray, there's like, it has like something on its head that Jacaranda doesn't have?
Yeah, Jacaranda has kind of like the decorated like hair, as it were. But this creature seems to have this large kind of bark-ish crown that actually sticks and protrudes out past it.
Can I... Someone already rolled nature on it. I was like, can I roll nature or arcana or something for like... to help see if we can find something else on it that's weird?
Yeah,
I can roll on arcana. Because you are a Kalashtar, I will say with advantage.
Can I roll with nature? I want to try. Honestly, I want to try taking this crown off, and to do that, I want to see if it's like attached and part of the tree creature, or was it like if it's like new growth or old growth.
If you're gonna do that, I will give you a wisdom. I'll cast enhance ability.
Ooh. It'd be intelligence for nature.
Okay. Oh, I meant
Which is
more
weird.
so that I meant more. Oh, that's only checks, right? Oh yeah, checks. Okay, so intelligence.
Well, before anyone touches anything, I got a synthetic 20 on my arcana. I think I know what this is.
Okay. As you're scanning across, the first thing you notice is it is indeed, before these two even get to it, you can see that this section has been almost biologically repurposed. It looks like the body has actually grown in a way that it isn't really supposed to. You haven't really seen any Enkaimer, so it's kind of difficult to tell because they are all weird and wonderful and look fantastically strange and diverse. But even for an Enkaimer, this looks weird. The fact that it's so protruded and extended, it looks like something has overwritten the body to be able to produce this. And as you're looking a bit closer, knowing your own nature, you feel like it's almost a, perhaps not artificial, but an unnatural psychic conduit of sorts.
The crown?
It's used to essentially build and channel psychic energies in a creature that doesn't normally have them.
I think if I see Dewana coming, I would just be like, you should be careful if you're going to touch that.
She has gloves.
Whatever this thing was or is, and whoever did this to it, use that. So if you want, I can try and grab it, and then if it's going to hurt someone, it can't hurt me.
Is the magic still active?
I don't know.
Eridan?
It doesn't seem to be, judging by the how it looks at the moment. And I should say this isn't like a wearable crown. This is actually like a
yeah, it's part of its body.
Yeah, a biological thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be active. This thing seems to be truly deceased.
I'm gonna try and start peeling the bark off around its mouth with my dagger. And
at that point, Dawan would step in and be like, whoa. Before you cut away, let me. And she's going to open up her chest, her traveling chest of medical supplies, and pull out, like, fine cutting instruments.
This cuts?
We don't want to damage whatever could be inside the body. We would want to preserve it.
Why?
To study it? To see where it came from and what it is, if there is anything in there?
I don't mean to dissect the body. I just wanted them to look as they should before we bury them so they can return home.
I respect that, and I would like to do the same. But I would also want to find out if something caused this change, what that change is, so that it doesn't happen to our friend.
And so we can identify it in others that we may run across.
This makes sense, yeah. And she'll put her dagger away and move out of the way.
Right.
Can Eridan... Now here's a DM question for a Jaegerine player. The spell Identify as a ritual she can do. The pearl that is worth at least 100 golds. It doesn't say that it's consumed by the spell, so
it doesn't.
It's
not.
just has it, right? Can Eridan cast, just take the time and cast Identify on the crown?
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. You can either cast it as a ritual, which will take 10 minutes, but won't burn a spell slot, or you can burn a spell slot and cast it immediately.
No, I think she'll take the time.
Okay.
And it actually just says as ritual.
Oh, it's not prepared then.
Okay. Yeah. So it will be just as the 10 minutes. That's cool. Okay. So you can go ahead and spend the time as these folks are checking it over. And there is is there any particular flourish to enhance ability you want to add here, Jacaranda?
Well, just Fox is cunning, so I will As I cast my spell, I want it to look as though like the spirit of a fox kind of jumps out, and then like you can almost see it like in Dawan's face, and then it like fades in.
Like a
think that'd be cool.
superimposed fox spirit over my face.
No, it was a giant cat.
That's right. It was just a cat with a very pointy nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, very orange cat.
Mm-hmm. All right, fantastic.
So what is
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay.
But I haven't added what do I add for?
Oh, you get advantage.
Oh.
Guidance.
Oh my god, that's a 22.
Awesome. We'll kind of do it as a combined check here, as you're also kind of cutting away this cover. I kind of touched on it talking with Nawi, but this is definitely, although it is natural, it is forced natural. This isn't something that you would normally find. This is definitely strange and unusual and too fast to be just too fast to be evolution and too non-magical to be a spell effect. As you're going ahead and peeling this away, there is a spatter of this purplish liquid as you take it away. Just a little, as it begins bleeding from its mouth. And you see, it's a little gross as you kind of pull it away and it kind of slides onto your, just kind of your knuckles and your fingers there. These squishy yet barky tendrils that drop straight from its mouth and kind of just dangle there, lifeless.
I assume you don't have anything like this going on inside of you, Jacaranda.
I've never seen anything like this. Also, question for DM. Like, what color is my like? Do I have blood?
What color?
What
Jacaranda?
I guess you have.
Is it more like sap?
It's
Or-
more of a. It's more of an enchanted sap.
And but it's not purple, so purple wouldn't be the right.
No, purple is weird. Purple is weird.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I was like, is it supposed to be purple?
I imagine Jacaranda's
No.
like, they never let me get hit. Is this supposed to be purple?
Yeah.
So do
I've never actually
never gotten
bled
hurt.
before. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Does Nawi and Dawan pass on what they learn? As we're all just standing there.
Yeah.
watching?
I would have, yeah. I would have Lupa come smell these tendrils to see, like, maybe it'll be easy to track whatever's going on. I doubt she'll be a fan of smelling them, but
Mara goes, well, at least this is something the Magicarnium is not likely involved in, since magic wasn't involved.
Yeah.
Also, Jacaranda, like, although she doesn't want to get close to this creature because she's not sure what the issue was, she's kind of sitting. She looks maybe a bit concerned yet interested, because this is like the first Inkaima that she's ever actually seen, beside herself.
Cleric Conclave, if we could remove this crown type thing from another being, if we run into one, would you guys be able to heal them to a point where they're normal?
Well, that depends. I'm going to follow the tentacles, to see how deep in its head it goes. I was going to say brain, but I don't know if Inkaimas have brains.
At this point, to get the information you require, it would probably have to be a full autopsy. Up there. So yeah, you rolled really good on your medicine, so I won't make you roll again for him. As you're following these up, you find
Ew.
more of this kind of gross purplish fluid. And as I say, for Enkaima, it's meant to be kind of like this enchanted, like amber sap, as it were. So as you continue to follow it up and up, there's this strange mass. Enkaima don't really have brains in the traditional sense. At least from what you know, speaking with the brief amount of time you spent speaking with Jacaranda and a few of the more obscure books you've picked up during your times as a healer. This one does. It seems to have some kind of processing unit.
Does the process...
I was going to say, it seems to be kind of, for a start, 100% unnatural. It is not, it's kind of like this mixture, again, kind of like on the outside, of flesh and bark kind of mixed together. It's 100% should not be there, and it seems to be where these tendrils have extended from.
All right.
Is it like seed shaped?
I'm assuming it's just like lump of grossness shaped.
It is humanoid, but not human, if that makes sense.
Whoa, wait.
Wait. There's a little dude in this.
Okay, that's okay. You need to clarify. Does it look like something that could come from a human, or does it look like a teeny tiny human inside a brain?
It's a humanoid brain.
Humanoid brain.
Like it's the type of brain that a humanoid.
You can't just say
Like,
it's humanoid.
Meatball living in its head. What?
It's the Men in Black.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Michelle
going to say.
asks,
Men
is
in Black
it
when they open up
seed-shaped?
the face.
And you go,
Yeah.
it's humanoid.
Humanoid.
Okay.
I think now we ask Dewan, if I want to bury this, should we take all of that out?
I was planning on it, and she's going to reach. I reach inside my medicine container. I'm gonna come up with a name for it or something. And inside I have like lots of empty jars and containers for exactly this, or if I find something.
Weird your plan for finding black tentacles in something's head. You're so prepared.
No, I kept some black sludge. if you see a jar with some black sludge, and now he's like, what the heck is that? Dewan would be happy to share that story.
And Mara pulls out her wet wineskin, and I have worm goo.
How many creatures excess do you keep?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many. Yes, Dawn's gonna take a specimen jar.
Well, you do that. Does anyone here have a shovel?
Do I have a shovel? I do not.
I usually burn the dead, so.
Oh, well, me and Lupa will get to work, and Lupa and Naui gets down like a wild girl and just starts digging a hole with her hands.
I'll help too. Like I'll fashion my hands as like shovels, kind of, to help.
Okay.
And Mara's just looking at Lupa and going, whatever. It's like, it's a big dog. She just
I don't want her to scratch. I don't want her to hurt her paws. She has sensitive paws.
Oh my god. But like also me as a pet owner.
Okay.
Didn't-
So
She's also busy cleaning herself. She's like covering this thing's goo, I guess. and
You know,
cleaning-
Sinalus may just be able to open an area.
Mm,
I mean, he is tied to this forest.
I mean, that would be nice.
This is
but
also big.
Oh wait.
I want to do this right.
I do too. I think spending a little extra time and energy to set this off on its next journey is right.
But do you want to do that here where it's dead as well?
I don't want to carry it around.
We will fix that in time.
Mara leaves them to their digging and goes over to Sinilus and Isaac.
All right.
She starts pouring water around Isaac's fruits. Isaac's our friend.
I will save this forest one tree at a time.
One tree at a time.
One water skin at a time.
Perfect. Okay. Valentine will go ahead and drop from the broom and rejoin you. And we'll actually go ahead and help out with the digging efforts here. As all this is kind of going on, she'll look around, just be, well, he'll grow back. Eventually. Probably.
From the time that the tendrils, tentacles, whatever they are, unfurled from this thing's face, I am really picturing the Ood from Doctor Who in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. But since that happened, Orin is literally just like head between his knees, breathing deep, like just so repulsed by that. When he kind of gets his composure, he'll kind of come up to Dawan and so the artifact that I have, when I was forced to steal it, I was mind controlled. Somebody took control of me and made me do it. It was a creature that kind of looked like that, with the snake-like tendrils coming out. I think that Jodra had mentioned earlier that the Magicarnum were actually doing experiments with creatures like that. It would make a lot of sense due to the fact that the amalgamous materials that make up this creature are the same as the artifact. I don't know, it just makes sense to me, but also just raises more questions. I don't know what to think, but I'm gonna be sick if I stare at that thing any longer. Just full disclosure.
So is Dawan basically just cutting out the whole thing as a specimen, essentially? Is that what's currently going on here?
Yes.
Okay.
She's trying to be as careful as possible to try and get it in, like, if not one giant piece, but like as large a piece.
Okay. As you're going ahead and doing this, everyone is digging this kind of impromptu thing. Orin comes over and says this, and as he does so, I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw, please, Dawan.
Good.
Oh, it's not
I'm
saving
sorry.
throw, it's only checks for enhanceability.
It's a 12.
Okay. A 12 is exactly what you needed.
Oh god.
You are good.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have a headache.
You get a sudden sense of intense, almost this intense psychic pain that you manage to stave off. As you kind of bring yourself back, you almost instinctively, with your kind of feline reflexes, pull back as the brainish mass suddenly launches itself out of the body, pulling up and now revealing these claws that were sat underneath it. It reaches up and takes a swipe, only to suddenly fall dead in its tracks. Orin, you get this slight headache that comes over you as you feel this kind of small buildup suddenly create and then release as everyone else watches, kind of in probably some level of shock, as this small psychic bolt strikes this creature as it drops to the ground and kills it.
The psychic bolt came from me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, did your friend at least get to eat?
I don't know. I feel like that would be some kind of cannibalism.
Dawan's like shifted. She shifted in pain.
Right. I imagine there was lots of.
She like reared back and was like.
It's like the cat with the cucumber, like those videos. It just suddenly just no.
I jumped.
If she had a tail,
like
it'd be the size of an arm right now.
If you look carefully, she does look a little fuzzy around the edges because the downy fur on her body is just staying straight on end.
Do you want to tell your friend thank you?
I guess so.
Okay, I'll get three-way calling going.
Ask him what it is. What the hell that thing was.
I'll try. I start three-way calling.
You hear an exasperated voice kind of meet you as that connection, a lot weaker this time, is fulfilled. And it... Well, I did say I'd help. We should talk.
Yes, one sec. Can you hear him this time?
Hello? Can you hear me?
No response.
I want to try and Brain Blast to get these two connected. I would like to roll for Brain Blast, please.
Sure. Okay.
I rolled a d20. I rolled a nat 20. Whatever your Brain Blast.
So what's happening? I think that's the rules of D&D. Is it needs to happen. It's a natural 20.
Whatever a Brain Blast stat is, I got a nat 20 on it.
So here's what I will say. As this is something completely out of your comfort zone.
100%.
I'm going to say you take 14 points of psychic damage.
Half because I'm resistant.
Half because you're resistant.
I'll take it. Gladly.
Just from the pure strain of trying to get this to work. But you go ahead and solidify this, not permanent, it will be a temporary connection, but it will be enough as you kind of push yourself beyond the limit that you thought you were capable of.
Yeah, I get them connected and I'm like, whatever you need to say to each other, say it quickly, I cannot keep this long.
What is that? Why are we invited?
I'm a friend, that is a devourer, and I'm in your head because you stuck your eye to the thing, to the vessel.
What is the vessel, and why does the creature that mind control me want it?
The vessel is let's just say a boat, a ship, would be the easiest way to describe it, but far more complicated. As for the creature, probably for what was stored in there, apart from me. I can explain more, but for you to do that, I need you to sneeze. Very, very hard.
Oren will look around and find a group like flowers or something that's like not
There's
dead.
a dog.
Oh, there's a dog. Oren will approach Navi and may I?
Now he's glazed over, making a connection work, but Lupa looks over at you.
Oh, that's true. That's right. There's so
But Lupa looks over at you because me and Lupa are still connected, and just like puts out a paw.
He's gonna just kind of like bury his face in the inner fur, just like, and hope that.
Roll for sneeze. I'm
Oh
not
my
the
God.
DM.
She said it, not me. Go for it. Why not? It'll be funny.
Go for it. Why not? Oh my God. All
It'll be
right.
funny. This whole scene is so strange to me.
Oh please.
All right, let's go.
Fuck! It's a 3.
That'll do it. It's my roll. That'll do it. We were looking forward to you.
I like
For
to
this-
imagine that
for
he
this-
broke his nose trying to sneeze. Like
Slammed
he
it.
tries to sneeze so hard.
Or he
and
kind of went,
blood just
at you and just punched himself.
fell in the face. So he looks up and all there's
Screw it.
blood.
I'm gonna burn one of the advantages on that. Screw it. And I'm gonna use Eridan's. Nice.
No, there's no DC side.
Yeah, but it's funny.
15. That's
All right.
All right, you sneeze successfully.
We've not told anyone else what's happening.
Right?
All of a sudden, Orange buries his face
So,
in.
so everyone else watches as Noe is completely glazed over. You hear a few footsteps from Oren as he steps towards and looks towards Lupa, who just simply raises her paw, and you watch strangely as this halfling monk just pulls his head back out and sneezes. One of the most intense sneezes you've ever heard, to the point where you're 99% sure he's faked it at some point. And as this noise kind of then echoes dramatically, anime style, throughout the forest, you feel rather unpleasantly this movement as you hear something just on the floor. Incredibly, that's why I veiled it. You see this small pulsating mass of purplish flesh on the ground. And it immediately starts crawling to this dead, clawed creature. And just...
The Ankaima?
the thing that jumped out of it.
Okay, it's going to the Devourer. Okay, good. I was like,
Yes.
it's cool. Wait, what?
I think while it's crawling now, he's like,
Are we good here? Can I sit? This is very painful for me.
It will reply. Yes, drop the connection.
hang up three-way calling.
It'll pause for a moment just before you break the connection. Before you go, you might want to teleport to me.
Don't watch it eat. It'll be gross.
It'll go ahead and wiggle its way
Dallin watches with
over.
rapt attention.
Yeah, me and Lupa definitely watch it eat.
As it begins to devour this creature on the ground, almost like a snake with its jaw unhinged. It just kind of expands to fill. Those of you who wish to look away, look away. Those of you who weirdly wish to watch, watch.
For science, I mean for medicine.
Now he's
Orin's
reasoning
still
is
sneezing.
people seemed unsure if we should trust it, so
Understandable.
Mara's just trying to decide if she should go step on it.
I also like say that Dawn's
She's just sitting here.
like Dawn's still
Killing.
holding there, sitting there like with the specimen jar, like.
Not anymore. Now I'll just put it in the. Oh, come on, man.
It as it finishes this ritual, now you feel a renewed sense of this kind of psychic ping, connection, as it now effortlessly connects with you directly, and actually branches out through to everyone, as everyone begins to feel this touch, this link of just, I am very sorry.
Get out.
I think technically.
Mara is not playing with that. Get out, get out, get out.
Well, I think technically. It's
Hello, Pot.
using me.
I think I can just leave and then it can talk to you.
No, it's talking to all of us for a reason. We should listen to it.
Yeah, nothing is in your head. It's just this is how it talks. Some things talk like this.
I can leave you individually if you wish. It's fine.
They can tell me the message.
It'll go ahead and withdraw.
What do you want?
Hey, Mara always asks before she messages people. She knows. Hello? Can I come in?
Can I share your brain space?
I don't remember Mora asking.
She does.
She asked for hugs.
Well, she
Oh,
does
yeah,
that too,
hugs.
but
She asked for physical hugs and mental hugs.
Sure. Yeah, it'll go ahead and withdraw from Mara before it then speaks up. First of all, I mean you no harm. And I mean that. If I did mean you harm, I would have killed him already. But I didn't. I realize that's not the best introduction.
No, it makes sense. That is logical. He would be dead if you wanted to kill him. He seems like he's been there a long time. I am your friend. Stop it.
It's been a while, I guess.
I apologize for the headaches. I realize that your particular forms are not quite as adapted. I'm taking myself into a hole. There is something bigger going on at play here, as I'm sure you may have already guessed, especially considering what I've already witnessed. And some of this plane's kind are involved, and I would like to solve that problem, because I'm through with people meddling with my place.
Where's
Wait,
your
what's
place?
your place?
I come from a place beyond. I'm not sure how familiar you are with different dimensions, different planes, but I'm not from most of the ones you probably encounter.
I'm very familiar, the dice tells me.
I believe your researches are in the quarter of beyond so far. We've only had 2 encounters with your kind, and they were not particularly fantastic.
I ask it again, your place, question mark, if it's from the beyond.
It is a plane that is not this one. As I say, we've only had 2 rather bad encounters with your kind, and this is going to take too long to explain. Why don't you go ahead and we'll head back. I can tell you the full story with a little bit more rest.
Head back to
it kind of, I don't know whether you can psychically sigh, but I'm saying you can psychically sigh as it kind of lets out this exasperation. I think this probably was the problem. Just give it a few days to go ahead and disperse the energy it took, and then it should be all right. Although I would advise you destroy the crown completely and utterly.
I believe we can do that, and then we will bury your martini. I guess this thing has a story for all of us.
Piece of mean. I'm not very fast.
So is this your more permanent form? You're not going to climb back into form?
This is the toddler stage for my kind, as it were. I have a lot of growing left to do, but to do it, I would have to do things that a lot of my kind don't actually agree with.
What?
Okay.
You are a well-spoken toddler.
We are rather intelligent. Toddler was the best way I could describe it without getting confused.
For your dumb, meaty human brain.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
You couldn't possibly understand my true essence.
You underestimate my power.
There is an air of kind of superiority, but you can't really tell whether that's due to cockiness or naivety.
Condescension.
Yeah, it's that kind of vibe, but you're also kind of like, is this just because it's actually not... It's got holes in its intelligence, or is it just being an ass right now?
I asked Dewan if there's any help needed to destroy the crown fully, or if you're like, do you want to take samples of that, or are you just going to break it up?
Well, seeing as the samples I wanted to take were consumed by that.
Do you have a name?
Perhaps.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Mara's not part of this. She's just standing there going.
Yeah.
I think I brain blast like.
All right, perhaps.
Not my name, but it'll do for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you understand that this is now called Perhaps Forever and Always.
It'll do for now.
Perhaps you
I trust it a
know.
little bit more.
Perhaps you know of the Fae?
We have had dabblings, but I can't say that I understand it particularly.
Would I ask
They
you?
don't seem like it's too much.
No, they wouldn't. But when I asked your name and you told me this, that is your name now. You can try and change it, but it won't work. You'll see. Rules are different here.
And I go to help Dewan.
How did you end up inside of the artifact?
That is a story that will need a lot of context. That is probably best served in a place more comfortable than this.
I think this is pretty comfortable. I mean, now that thing's gone.
I can give you a short version.
Glad Mara doesn't hear any of this because that thing would be dead already. Like, nope. Nope.
You got more than you bargained for, is what I'm hearing.
Listen, a lot of my kind are stuck in rather dreadful and oppressive ways, but there are some of us who simply wish to live and coexist. So I took my chance. And that is where I go. Sit. Stand, wiggle. I don't know. Whatever fits.
So Mara butts in right now and says, so what does the purple worm want?
It wants to tell us a story, but not here, because it's not safe.
I mean, it did tell us some of the story, but apparently it's a very long story.
It's not safe because...
I shrug IRL. It wants to be somewhere comfortable. It thinks we shouldn't stay here.
I think it's.
Do we need to get a jar of dirt for it? What is going to make it comfortable?
Do you find dirt comfortable? Pillows, maybe? Perhaps. Do you like pillows?
I mean, it's a worm. Queen Worminess likes her dirt.
I don't think this is that kind of worm. It did come out of Orin's brain.
All right, I'll take it, and he'll pick it up, and he'll.
Wasn't
put
it
on
starving
his
in there?
shoulder.
Oh, I thought you were sticking it
And
back in your
just-
brain. I'm
Yeah,
like,
just
No,
Yes.
like, wasn't it starving in
Shoulder.
there? Because I don't think it wants to go back in there.
and it just very uncomfortably.
Is this more comfortable? On shoulder?
She's talking to it like it's a 2-year-old.
It said it's a toddler. It's words.
Listen, I've noticed that Jacaranda and Naui are very literal.
Tell us what you need.
I would just like to say that while this is happening, I have been taking off the crown, and
Yeah, I went to go help you with that.
yeah, can we say that I've done it? Because
Did
Didn't
Aaron
expect
identify?
any of this.
Oh yeah, Eridan's identified too.
Did that help with anything?
It is not under the effect of a spell. It is biological, not magical. Yeah, you can go ahead and pretty much shatter this apparatus as you go ahead and kind of tear it apart. Even as you do so, Dewan, Jacaranda, and Nawi, you feel a sudden wave of relief around you, almost as if the plants and the trees around you let out a satisfied sigh, as if they've finally been allowed to breathe again after holding their breath for so long. You begin to, or everyone will begin to, slowly, very slowly, see color begin to come through the roots, so just the bottom of the trees.
How big is PW?
PW.
Either perhaps or purple worm. That's
Like that, like an inch, maybe less. It's teeny tiny.
Very little.
Yeah, teeny tiny.
Once that starts happening, I look over at perhaps, and I'm like,
Now we have fixed what is wrong here. And
Now it's comfortable. Right?
I meant as in perhaps drinks and merriment, but fine, I understand. You need to trust me. That's fine. It kind of pauses for a moment. I am right? So my faction wishes to make things different. A political circle, if you will. But then some of your people got involved. I don't know who they are or what they're called, but they began to take samples of the area, began to invade our place, installing bases of operations, and well, the more aggressive of us didn't take kindly to that. And so we end up where we are now. The whatever tear or magic they used, now blocked off, or so we thought. But it looks like someone or something is still in contact with some of the entities on the other side. That's causing some of your disturbances that you've encountered. Forgive me, I did not eat while I was in there, but I did the smallest amount of prying and saw that some of these situations are very much our technology. It looks like someone's working with someone.
Was this your people's doing?
This, technically, I mean, kind of, you feel it mentally drift towards the arc upon the ground. That was likely one of my people's doings, but I imagine it may have been implanted here by one of your kind.
Mara speaks up. Can PW detect these things so we can get him more food?
Can you?
I may be able to, although my distance isn't quite that big. I can also sustain off animals, although our biology is a little counterproductive in this plane.
Did Orin tell the party, or do we know that it told Orin / Naui to kill Eridan's sister?
Now he told the whole group that.
Okay.
Now he was like, this thing wanted you to. Now he didn't know who it was. It was just like, this thing said you had supposed to kill 2 people like 2 days ago.
Yeah, and then Orin fessed up to it.
Okay, so why do you want us to kill 2 people? Are they related to all of this that's going on, perhaps?
I recognize them from our encounters and beyond. I think they are part of the coup.
So you're up against the Watchtower.
From what I've gathered from your information, that may be a possibility, or at least a part of it.
Now you've been digging around in the memories. So, what parts exactly were the technology of your people?
I'm leaving that to business. I didn't want to pry too much. I didn't want to cause damage or offense. But I admit what I did was rude. The science of those kind of modifications seems like the type of science that our people would be interested in. Disappearances as well. Those, the creatures you've been encountering. It seems like the kind of technology that my people would be studying. Or
Oh,
perception. Those things, yes. Distractions, war, nothing else. We
Or
are
perhaps
outside.
like a worm body. They said they like that they can use animals, right? So can we go get 1 through 5 for them to travel in?
Like, as a living vehicle?
I wouldn't recommend it. I meant more for sustenance rather than
Yeah, I didn't
locomotion.
think it was just a movement thing. I thought it was like a
Oh, a body.
Sustenance, not locomotion, yes.
Yeah, a human might defeat one of those. However, there's this Kruzik and this hybrid Kruzik worm. We could probably go take them.
Yes,
I would
probably.
like it. I would like perhaps to take them, but perhaps we would have to find them first. And I'm less keen on that idea, nor do I have any idea how we would begin that search.
I think that if and when we find wherever the hybrid worm Kruthic went, we're gonna find the opposing side of this cosmic battle. We're gonna find, I think it's the magic armor.
So PW doesn't need to travel within some fleshy body.
I can travel wherever. I just need sustenance. That's all. But as I say, the creatures will be sufficient.
Do they have to be intelligent creatures, or could they be chicken?
Intelligent creatures, they have their own brain.
Doesn't matter the size of the brain.
Not particularly.
Are they
But
conscious?
I mean, if you have a small meal, you are still going to be hungry after it.
So do you eat like whole brains? Is that the deal?
Not going to lie to you, it's absolutely disgusting and not something that most people are particularly happy with, but that is how we evolved.
How about fish? Like, could we get a bunch of fish?
That is a very long-winded way of doing things, but I suppose you could. And I was just thinking like a deer, perhaps.
I'm very glad that I don't eat.
I can do this.
As I say, I apologize. It is rather revolting. But
Such is nature.
happens.
I have one last question for you, and this might make transportation a little bit easier. Do you require air to breathe? Do you breathe?
Not exactly. We sustain ourselves with psychic energy. Respiratory systems are not exactly required.
Okay.
I can keep them going with psychic abilities.
Dawn's going to reach into her medicine bag and pull out like a little beaker with a cork that's big enough to fit the worm, and take some twine and tie it around the top, and then hand it to Orin. I believe this would be a little more comfortable to carry that around.
Yes, thank you very much. Much better than just on me skin. Ugh. And he'll put it in.
It's a little humiliated, but it'll go ahead and roll with it.
Do you want
I'm
some
sorry.
plants and stuff to go inside and make it more homey?
We could turn
We can
into
make
a
a
fairy
terrarium?
house.
We can to simulate its environment.
Yeah, just
I do not require a little terrain, but I appreciate the offer nonetheless. I understand this is a rather strange
Is it Ray? I'm gonna hate this question. Is it moist?
Not really as much as you'd expect.
Okay, so it doesn't need to stay. Okay, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, no, it's obviously a little slimy due to what just happened, but in general, it's not like a amphibian or whatever. It doesn't need to stay hydrated in that regard.
Fucking tastic.
How much food does it need to grow?
Are you asking it that?
She's asking the party because she imagined we're playing telephone because
Yeah. As the message passes along, I will kind of go. It depends on my age, but it's about the whole process, so I don't think you'll have to worry about that anytime soon.
what if we wanted you to grow?
I think before I pass along the message, like, so you do not trust it to talk to you, but you want it to get bigger and stronger?
Maybe. I'm trying to get all the facts. And it can talk to me as long as it knocks first.
I tell it can talk to just knock first, and then I start to move this body.
It'll go ahead and psychically prod, I guess?
It psychically pokes you, like pokes on Facebook.
And she's like, I appreciate it. Okay, so what if we want you to grow? And will you turn into one of those devourer things or something different?
If I want to grow, I will either turn into a much bigger version of what you see now, or I can take over the host body.
What does that entail?
What kind of body would you want if you took over a body?
I would turn very similarly to one of those things and replace what was already inside.
No, I mean if any body. If you could have any body, what kind of body would you want?
Someone who is evil and needs to be taken down. Because that way I would feel guilty about it.
What if it's someone who's infirm and is dying?
What if it's someone who's already dead?
I need living and capable tissue to. I can't regenerate what is already damaged. Or, I mean, I would preferably, as I say, I would rather take someone who is not good for the community, who is aggressive or a murderer or whatever, because in that case, at least, is someone who you are probably going to end up killing anyway during your journeys.
If they have magical abilities, then do you get the magical abilities?
Kind of. I'm not 100% certain how that goes.
How
Because
fast?
have I got a woman for you?
Why do I feel like the
Liturgy?
party? Why do I feel like the party gained a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, like we're just gonna keep this thing alive as long as we possibly can.
We just need to feed it.
Carrying it around.
Does it poop? Who
A
knows?
lot of D&D parties pick up pets, so we just pick up really weird ones.
We just picked up a baby mind flayer. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a very polite mind flayer.
I was thinking more aesthetically, what kind of body would it want? Like, does it like any specific features?
Oh, Jacaranda, that's so sweet. Oh no.
When you devour
kind of like a whole
things, what do
makeover.
you like to devour?
We're playing like The Sims. It just becomes
If you
a
could
big
look
star.
however
of
you
a
wanted,
sunset.
what would you want to look like?
If you could choose any meat sack,
Any meat sack at all. What meat sack would it be?
What
Oh,
kind
my
of meat
lord.
would you want to inhabit? Would you want to be tall,
Do you
short?
want to have long hair, short hair? Do you want to have some
Yeah.
wild hair?
I legitimately do not have a preference.
So can you only talk to us now because you need to?
I have
Now, does this feel different? This is out of character. Does this feel different having him talk to me than having other people I have talked with talk to me?
It definitely feels unusual. It's the same kind of psychic link, but it does have this legitimately strange, otherworldly discomfort to it. It feels slightly unnatural. Not enough to be like aggressive, but it's a little perturbing.
She's trying to memorize that feeling so that in the future, if we encounter someone.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
And she goes and knocks on their door if it feels that same way. So she's trying to
knock on my door.
Sorry,
every time you say knock on my door, that's what I think about.
Well, because she's thinking of Esther and them. Just in case maybe something's taking over Esther. So
all right. As this discussion is kind of broken out, you can go ahead and seal this thing inside of this jar. It begins to lessen its links to you all as you ask your questions and recedes back into itself briefly. As Sinilus will step away from the tree and kind of look around towards the ground as the color is slowly flowing back into the area around you. He breathes a deep and mighty sigh of relief that seems to creak and carry in the area around you. A sense of relief and responsibility as it scans across. It comes towards you all and, well, it seems like slowly but surely we are making our way back to normal. I'm sure whoever sent you will be pleased. I do have more work to do. Some of the other guardians seem discomforted, and so a moot will have to be arranged.
but there was no one that you couldn't reach.
Whatever blocker there was, whatever obstruction has now been lifted.
Now he's burying this body.
And have you told them what the problem was? What this issue is?
That will be part of the moot, making sure that everyone knows as swiftly as possible so that we can protect the area around us.
Because I highly doubt this is a one-off. If it was talking about world domination, if I'm getting that correct?
We likely will have to notify the Conclave, speak with their representatives as well. It is certainly a legitimate threat and a concern. Regardless, I thank you for what you've done here today. He bows down a little, just kind of bows his head. And thank you for saving me too.
It is what we were sent to do. Would anyone like to say some words as I prepare rites for our unknown friend?
I feel like I have a spell for this.
Sure. May the light that you absorbed in life sustain you, even in death, and return you to the earth from which you came.
Yeah. And then now he takes out her dagger and cuts her hand and like puts some blood over the body. Blood? from a cousin, so you know your family will never forget you. And she takes out her torch and puts it in the grave. A light, so you do not get lost in the dark. And she gives it an arrow and a weapon to defend yourself against whatever comes next. And she starts to cover up the grave.
All right. As this both somber and celebratory moment of a life you unfortunately didn't know concludes, as this gravestone is covered over, there is a returning peace that begins to encompass the area. You feel almost the natural world almost seem to reach out to you, to touch you, to thank you for what you have done in this small area. But there is also a sense of anxiety that looms with this new information that the group has learned about this oncoming threat, and some of the characters that might be involved, considering your previous endeavors. You take a short moment to rest, letting this moment pass, giving this individual the respect they deserve. Sinalus will go ahead and leave your presence with a brief but jolly goodbye. You find yourselves alone in a quickly replenished forest. As you get yourselves ready for the next length of the journey, we'll go ahead and wrap up the session there. So it feels like a solid and natural conclusion.
We did it.
We
You
did
did
it.
it.
We beat
Hooray.
the
We
game.
restored peace
Right.
to the forest.
Oh, I'm so
Life.
glad that thing is out of my
We
head.
got the thing out of Oren's brain. We did it.
Yes.
Hooray!
You will
Nice, Emo.
lose the.
I
You
have
will lose
never
the
been
intelligence
so-
bonus.
I've never been so happy to lose a point of intelligence.
As
Bad.
you now have a tadpole Tamagotchi.
It's even
I
around
think
your
it's
neck
star
and a
spawns.
keychain, everything.
Okay, so it's in the. Is it in the brain thing, or is it still just little tadpole?
It's little.
It's a
Yeah,
ate
it's
the
just
brain
in like
thing.
yeah, it just ate it.
Oh, it ate it. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it like became it. All right.
Nope, it nommed. It
Okay.
nommed.
Imagine trying
Did
to
it get-
travel with that nondescriptly.
Yeah, just
That's
a
why I was
freaking
like
brain around your neck.
No,
Like,
now
I thought,
instead
like,
you have a little jar with a
tentacles
single
on it.
leech.
That would be a challenge. Like, how do I veil this?
So you
No.
all look okay. What's with the brain on tentacles? Don't worry about him. He's super okay. He's super
You
okay.
haven't heard about this new fashion trend?
So what do you use a jellyfish
of.
on top of your head?
I
It's
just
a
think of
whole
the.
thing. Don't worry about it.
I just think of the Hannah from Mass Effect, like just the big, like the jellyfish on just the huge stilts. Just like, it's fine, don't worry about it.
It's
Oh,
called Mike
gosh.
and Ike.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. Mwah. So with that, we are kind of being pulled into the next section of the story, which I'm very excited for y'all to be getting involved in. It's going to be good fun. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all watching enjoyed. We can quickly go around the horn here, just to let everybody plug themselves and go and support the rest of their endeavors coming up. Melissa, you can keep it short, but I want people to join your streams because you're cool, but I also know you don't want to be perceived. So I get it. We'll start off with Rochelle.
I am Rochelle, Dragon Gem on Twitch, the Dragon Gem on Twitter. I stream on Sunday. I stream Magic the Gathering Arena mostly, but I've been branching out to other games, so you should come by and watch.
All right. Jesse.
That caught me off guard. Hi, I'm Jessie. I was not prepared. Hi, I'm Jessie, Juice the Moose on the interwebs. Oh, closed captions spelled my name wrong and I am upset. Juice the Moose on the interwebs. I'm here on Mondays, clearly. And sometimes when I remember to, I post art things on my social media accounts. But, like, who's good at that? Not me.
Fair. Adam.
Hello, I am Adam. You can catch me at Adam Hardy VO on Twitter and Instagram. But also check out Friends Who Roll Dice YouTube page and check out the Mind and the Martyr podcast because I do post-production for that. So I'll add in music and sound effects, mostly taken from Sirenscape, which is totally awesome. If you want to have really kick-ass music and spell sounds and stuff for your own campaign, check them out. But I throw some of that stuff. Some stuff is my own creation too. But yeah, just follow us on YouTube and catch up. See what the hell has been going on. I'm so scared.
It's been quite the ride. All right, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and you can follow me at So Much Geek on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I stream a variety of games. Right now I'm playing Call of Cthulhu on Tuesdays and BioShock on Saturdays. I also do art things sometimes, and today I just uploaded a cool orange with orange blossom on my Society 6 page, which is also on both my Twitter and my Twitch account. I'm also in a Cyberpunk Red campaign right now. We are doing our final show on the 20th, which is this upcoming Saturday. So yeah, come hang out and say hello. I would love to meet more people. And if I get to 250 followers, I will be creating a monster cosplay in order to play Monster Prom on stream. So looking forward to that. And that's all. That's it. So long, farewell.
250 followers. Let's go. Mainly so you can play Monster Prom, because it's great. Fantastic. And Austin.
Hey, I'm Austin. You can find me on Twitter at Sailor Scout Austin. That's at Sailor SCT Austin. Besides here, you can find me every other Saturday on Utopia playing Donuts and Duels, which is a Kids on Brooms campaign. I believe there's an episode this Saturday, the 20th, if I'm not mistaken, but time is a flat circle, so keeping track of when that happens is hard. So if you find me on Twitter, I'll tweet about it when it's happening, because we're pre-record, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if we're posting one this weekend. Other than that, you can find me every Wednesday on my podcast, which is Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries. You can find that on Twitter at Nerd Mysteries. We have an episode this week, but next week we are taking a week off because my co-host is getting some dental surgery. So we're taking it easy and just gonna not record because we'll be busy trying to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League together virtually. We're gonna... I won't say suffer. I'll say suffer because it's 4 hours. We'll suffer through watching a 4-hour long movie. So you don't have to. We'll watch it and then we're going to talk about it on our podcast. That's it for me. I don't have any writing projects coming out right now, so.
Godspeed. You are braver than I.
We'll do it so you don't have to. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, everybody. We will watch it and let you know if it's worth your 4 hours. It probably won't be. Not many things are worth 4 hours straight.
A movie gets
not
like
a
an
DC
hour.
movie that was already released and is now just being recut.
Mm-hmm.
That added a scene with the Joker saying we live in a society.
Oh yeah,
they added that scene.
Favorite thing about
in the
Justice
middle
League.
of a pandemic, he had Jared Leto come out to a fucking movie set to film that.
I hate that version of the Joker the most.
That's why they made him more like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Just for that one scene. Anyway.
Opinions. I certainly will not be watching a 4-hour movie, I can tell you that. Go ahead and follow all of these wonderful people. They are fantastic. It is a pleasure, as always. Thank you for sticking through my story nonsense. It is coming to a head, I promise. It's going to be cool to see it all happen. I'm Ray, your humble GM for Mind of the Martyr. You can find me at Red Mage Ray on Twitter, where you will see some of my other projects. I have a few projects kind of here, there, and everywhere at the minute. So go ahead and just follow there. That's going to be the quickest way to find out what I am doing, because I seem to be just everywhere and nowhere at the same time at the moment. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. We do have a quick credits reel to play, and then we will send some people on a raid. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure if this is the first time you are here, go ahead and take a look, as Adam said, at the YouTube channel, where there is a more edited version of all of the episodes, if you perhaps want to cut down on a bit of time, but still want to see all of these lovely people do their thing.
It's not that much cut down.
It's not that much cut down, but it's cut down enough. It's still shorter time,
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you so much. I don't think there's anything. Oh no, there's something bloody huge that I'm missing. We're raising money for charity at the moment. We are raising funds for Austin, Texas at the moment, specifically the Austin Urban League. We have 2 more games coming up this week, so please go ahead and take a look at Friends Who Roll Dice or at Friends Roll Dice on Twitter, where you can see the casting calls that went out literally today. We have some fantastic casts and some fantastic games being played, and we're raising money for a good cause, which is also attached to the Emporium fundraiser, which I think breached like 18K, which is just a ridiculous amount of money, and we're super hyped to have been a small part of it. So yeah, go ahead and check out those games. If you can donate, the donation links are on the Twitter page as well. Now that I've got that nugget out of the way that I completely forgot about, yeah, we'll go ahead and get that credits rolling. Thank you so much for being around and watching. Please stay hydrated, please stay medicated, please look after yourselves, and keep moving forward. And all of us will see you next time. We'll catch you soon.